Now let's go to Veronica Coastal Live near Highway 34 in Larimer County with the latest on the Alexander Mountain fire. That's now burning for its second day.
And forest officials out there, Veronica, giving an update within just the last hour, saying the fire has doubled in size since this morning.
They did. And you know, that fire is much bigger than it was yesterday. We have now learned that it's burned more than 3,500 acres. Crews still having a tough time getting into that fire and putting those foot crews on the actual ground. They're really tackling this by the air, still at 0% containment. You can see that dark plume of smoke behind me. As we expected, some of those winds have really picked up throughout the afternoon, you guys. They have forced the fire down the hill toward the Sylvandale Guest Ranch. That's where we got that media briefing from officials. Take a look at this video. This gives you a little more insight into what we were able to see just about an hour or so ago. Crews telling us the shifting winds have really been their biggest problem today. That plus the dry fuels and the dry atmosphere have made it a really tough fight.
The fire is changing so rapidly. This fire was 900 acres last night, and first flight this morning it was 1,800 acres. Seeing that sort of fire growth overnight speaks to the dryness of the fuels and the dryness of the atmosphere. Those things combined with wind really lead us into the situation that we see here.
Despite having a tough time getting some actual firefighters on the ground to fight that fire, we know there are nearly 300 of those firefighters here trying to help with the Alexander Mountain fire, you guys. We also know that there were some residential structures that were potentially in danger, though crews say they haven't been able to get into those areas, so they don't know whether those structures are safe or not. They do say they're going to have an evening crew here. They want to make sure that they're able to stop progression of the fire as it continues moving downhill.
A lot of different elements firefighters are dealing with tonight. Veronica, thank you for that report.
And as that fire continues to grow, people needing to get out of the area, there are 2 evacuation centers open for Alexander Mountain fire evacuees. The first is at Foundations Church in Loveland. That overnight shelter is being operated by the Red Cross. Volunteers are there to provide resources and support for those seeking refuge. And the second center is at the Estes Park Events Complex.